Toes! Man, what's the business, man? It's your host, Sorrell here in Informative Rants. Yeah, I got a quick rant. Quick rant today, man. What's going on? So-called Happy New Year to all of y'all. 13 love to y'all. Hopefully everything's going well with y'all. I got a quick rant to get off today about, the Spirit told me to say something, so something came to thought, so I'm going to just say it. It ain't going to be too long, but this individual, Jabar, the situation that happened in New Orleans, I guess you want to say all of this is allegedly, but this is just my thoughts, right or wrong, you know what I mean? So, what came up was Machurian Canidate. And, a lot of people seen the second one, but they didn't see the first one. In order for you to comprehend the second one, you have to watch the first one. The original one was done in the 50s or something. With I want to say Frank Sinatra or somebody. It's an old movie, very classical movie, and it's very interesting. I remember I met a gentleman out Southeast DC. He was talking to me about that movie. He said something to me about that movie. It was like the Spirit was talking to him through him to me. And ever since then, I went and watched that movie. This was a minute ago. Very interesting movie. So basically, you need to go watch the movie. I'm going to give you some snippets about it pertaining to the subject what I'm talking about. So basically, it's a gentleman who was probably fighting in the Vietnam War. They got caught. Our people, the Americans, got caught somewhere in Vietnam or somewhere in China or somewhere in Asia somewhere. He got caught up on the wrong side of the lane. And they was bombarded by some Asian mercenaries, so I guess, or army men, whatever. And they captured them. So they was fucked. But they woke up. All of them woke up behind, not bars, but in this, in a room. But they thought it was old woman. They thought in the image showed a picture of all old women, but it wasn't old woman. Come to find out, it was all Asian dignitaries, all commanders, chiefs, fucking lieutenants. Yeah, they gave them something to fuck with their mind, to make them see, to hallucinate, some form of LSD or some shit. I don't know. They gave them something to make them see one thing and it was another. And they thought it was a bunch of elderly ladies just sitting there laughing and hee-heeing and ha-ha and shit. So one of the Asian dignitaries or the Asian major captains in them was like, how do I know this shit work? I'm not going to give you proof. He said, if I give you money, you need to prove to me this shit work. And what he did was, he said, hey, Logan, which was one of the American officers, kill the motherfucking officer you can't stand. And he got up, pulled his gun out, and he shot one of his corporals, one of his officers on his platoon. He killed him right in front of everybody with all the women. But they sitting there showing us it was all women, still laughing and all that shit. And everybody looking and he sat back down like nothing happened. And it was basically a form of control. They had some type of item, some type of resources or something that they can put into their mind and control them that it wasn't visible by the naked eye. You couldn't see at all. You couldn't see the shit at all, by the naked eye. You know what I mean? And so throughout the whole story, with them doing that, they end up finding somebody that was an ex-military cat. They tried to make him sound like he was big time. He made it back. He had made it back from throughout all of that. They said all the rest of them got killed, which they didn't. They just held them hostage and manipulated them and did tests and shit on them. And eventually they probably killed them all, but they let him live. And what they ended up doing was all of this tied in cahoots. They had a president that they wanted to make it into the presidency. It was a presidency going on. You know what I mean? But what they did was they used the product that they had to where somehow they put this undetectable device or this shit in whether it's his mind or wherever, to where every time he picked up the phone call from his mother, she'll be like, Queen. She'll be like, Queen of Hearts. The nigga eyes would just go into a trance. And he'll be taken over. Like he's not himself. Like he's a whole nother entity. He getting up and he fucking setting up and it was a fucking debate between the presidents, and the nigga was setting up for an assassination, and he ended up killing the future president, the one that they didn't want to win. You know? And I say that to say this about this dude Jabar. They said he had some type of glasses or some type of shit like that. You know, he had them on or whatever. You never know, man. You never know with this shit, man. I'm telling you, they got devices that they got so much shit that you would never think that they can control you mentally, mental attacks, telepathy. Yes, they can get in your mind. They can do this shit through the food you eat. That's why I bring it up. So, like, Amaru told me, like, told all of us, them just regurgitating some information that was already given out to all of us, that like the foods that we eating has nano chips in them. All of them. If it's not fruits and vegetables, you can clean. Nah. All the food that's not organically grown or not real has nanobites in them that they can fucking control you. When they're ready, they can cut on a switch and make an individual like Jabar do some crazy shit like that on everything. This is the whole point of the story. And I'm sorry it took so long to get this shit out. I didn't want to be so long, but hopefully this little bit of information will help you. You know, hopefully you could remember what I said, and hopefully you could, you know. So basically the whole gist of it is like, God, like, try your best to eat fruits and vegetables. You know, try to stay away from all that processed food, man. All that fast food, you know. If it's not, even some of the fast food, if it's, potatoes, it's different. But like a lot of the food that's processed, they say, has nanobites, has nanochip technology in it. And the more you eat it, the more, anytime they want to control you, they can cut on a switch and you'll do some shit that you fuck around and do some shit that you don't even know you did. You had no control of yourself because they was controlling you, because you being controlled by insectillions and archons. I'm just telling you what it is. If you don't know what that is by now, you're not on this frequency. You need to look it up. So do your best to look that information up. You know what I mean? And if you're looking at me, you on this frequency, you know, so fuck with it. Fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So hope, like I say, the food, they're putting nano chips into your food. Nano chips in your nanobites in your food, to where you eat that shit. You eat so much of this processed food, so whenever they're ready to cut the switch on, they can control you to do some dumb shit, some terrorist type of shit that you be like, I never expected that from da-da-da-da-da-da. And you like, I don't remember doing that, because you wasn't there. And controlling you with the nano chips in the food. They do it with the chemtrails. That's why you need to keep your head covered. You always be like, why he got his head covered? Why she got her head covered? They got that. You wonder why the Muslims, they got to keep your head covered. They told them a long time ago, this is what they doing. They're trying to control us. Pay attention. Keep your head covered. Keep your skin covered. Like, watch what you eat. Eat organically food. Try to stay away from this processed food, even if it's in a box. So I hope I ain't take too long. I hope this information was informative. You know, these just my thoughts. You know, hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully y'all fuck with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let this shit hit your soul. Go talk to your higher self and your ancestors to see if I'm telling the truth. If your shit get the buzzing, then there it is. You on the same page, man. I love y'all niggas to life. 13 love. And yeah, I'm gone.